MagicBrad, the Synergy Cafe, and the Synergy Collaborative, and I've got another guest here. He's sort of on the same time zone, so it's early morning, raining here in New York, but he's an hour ahead. He's in Canada, so he's one of those Canadians, eh?
Yeah,
His name is Mark. Mark, you there?
I am here, and it's actually sunny here for a change, so we'll take
Okay.
it.
Well, then we'll probably be getting that. Maybe it'll come down this
Exactly.
way.
Yeah,
So your
exactly.
name is Mark Black.
That's me,
There we
Mark
go.
Black.
And you're a
Yep,
speaker.
I am.
So, Mark, are you
Yeah.
married?
I am married to my wife. It'll be 9 years in August, and we have two kids, ages 7 and 4. They just had birthdays, so it's busy but fun.
I understand. I don't have any kids. My wife has one, but he's off to college, so
So you're just
it's
writing
just
checks then?
well, no, actually, he's funding himself, which we're
Hey,
very
awesome.
proud of. That's cool because, God, I got a friend that from the Minneapolis Farmers Market. She's as old as I am, in her 50s. She just got done paying off her loan.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yikes.
So, no, he's doing it himself.
Right on. Good
Very
stuff.
cool. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So, what is it you do? You're a speaker, correct?
Yeah, so speaker coach, consultant, I guess. Although, yeah, 90% of my business is keynote speaking and coaching, and so I primarily work in two markets with healthcare, so nurses, physiotherapists. I spoke to a group of sonographers a couple weeks ago and had to actually kind of Google and figure out exactly what that meant, but ultrasound people essentially.
Oh, I
So I
thought you
do
said stenographers, the people that
right,
put
no,
reports.
sonographers, yeah, exactly. So the healthcare space and then the education space. So I work with students and with teachers as well. So mostly keynoting at conferences and then doing follow-up coaching programs and things.
Okay, so you're a member of the American Society of Association Executives or anything like that?
I'm actually not yet, although that's something that I'm looking at doing. I'm a member of the Canadian Association of Professional Speakers, so we have affiliations with the meeting planner associations as well, but I'm not actually a member of
Yeah,
those.
ASAE was one of my better ones. When I lived in Minnesota, it was the Minnesota Society of Association Executives, and they spread out to encompass the 5 states, so now it's the Midwest Society. But what's
Oh,
cool
okay.
about it is it's an association of associations that consist of companies that have employers. So you really get to branch out when you end up being a member of the Association for Associations.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm kind of curious. Sometimes I like to find out, when do people like to work? Are you an early morning guy? Or are you up there burning the midnight oil, as they say? Do you do morning or?
My my fatal flaw is that I kind of like both, so which doesn't leave a lot of time for sleep, which isn't good. So yeah, yeah. Well, by the nature of having a young family, we're up at 6 o'clock anyway. So and I do lots of work in the morning, um, and then I'm ready for bed at 8. But if I don't go to bed at 8, then I'm good till midnight. So it's and I usually don't get to bed at 8. So yeah, I do a little bit of both. But I'm fortunate that I have my office space in the house, so I have quiet time while the kids are at school. So that's when I try and get most of the work done.
So what percentage of your work is speaking at live events versus maybe online consulting or things like
I'd
that?
say nine. It's probably 90-10.
Oh,
Uh,
you're a busy guy then. You
yeah,
flying around a lot?
yeah. You know, the airport folks know my name and that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, it's hectic and challenging in some ways, but it's also very rewarding and a lot of fun. So it's like, I say sometimes I feel guilty for being away from home as much as I am, but at the same time, when I'm not away on the road, I'm at home, literally. And so, and summer is my slower time of the year, and my wife is a teacher, so that actually works out really, really nicely. So,
Oh, that's cool. And being
yeah.
self-employed, you kind of schedule your own hours. I know when I was performing magic full time, I would block out a space after the busy holidays, and I'd take off to Jamaica for about 3, 4 weeks and do nothing. So
Yeah,
it's nice being able to
yeah,
control it.
yeah. That's the greatest gift is to have control of your own time. Absolutely, yeah.
So without giving any of your trade secrets of marketing, how do you do some of your marketing to get in touch with these conference coordinators? Because they have busy lives, and you're one of hundreds, maybe thousands of people that are contacting them saying, "Hire me, hire me."
Right.
So,
So I think that's the big key is actually not doing that, not calling and saying hire me. Although that's certainly what I did for the first couple of years because I didn't know any different or any better. It was the best idea I had, so I did that. But what's been successful for me is number one, just kind of putting out great content, whether that's on social media or YouTube, et cetera, so that people kind of discover you. But then you still have to kind of depend on people discovering you. So the best way is via referral, old fashioned business model, but it works. So every time I speak at an event, the event follow up is how did it go, et cetera, assuming they're happy, which fortunately they are almost always are. I say, listen, who else do you know who does what you do, who might benefit from what I do? And people are always very happy to share something that they liked with somebody else, right? So that's where, as much as I try and do lots of other marketing, I bet 70 to 75% of my business comes via referrals.
See, that's good to hear that because early on in my marketing days when I was booking my magic, because I started a trade show in Minneapolis for event planners. So it was for event planners to come and find everything that they could possibly need: caterers, cruises, limousine services, balloons, entertainers, speakers. And they would come to me, or they would come to
Brilliant.
the event to see that. So it was an attraction for them to come and see things, as opposed to me chasing them around going, hey, you got time on the phone? 'Cause time is
Well, you're
cheap.
absolutely right. I mean, because obviously people aren't getting any less busy, and it was pretty quickly evident that the feedback of trying to knock down their door and force your agenda on them, especially in the middle of their busy workday, was not the way to go about doing it. So, I mean, we do some email and some postcards and letter follow up, that kind of general stuff. Try and be as non-intrusive as possible. But at the end of the day, it's people who know people who know people. So I get all the time when I trace back an event. I just did an event recently and traced it back that they saw me at a conference 2 years ago and mentioned it to a committee. And I mean, that's how it works most of the time.
Yep, that's the best way to do it because your know, like, and trust factor is right there because you're a human. I can see you, and some of the stuff you see on the internet, you wonder, are you really? Maybe it's a 15-year-old kid from some third world country having fun or something.
Yeah, well, and that's the downside of the wonderful world of technology, right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Is anybody can put together a website that makes them look really impressive, and yeah, it's hard to know what's real
Well,
and what's
that's
not.
why I do these video things because I can see that you've probably been to Paris because you got the Eiffel Tower
Yeah.
behind you, and I'm here at a gallery. Actually, I'm hidden in a basement someplace, and nobody knows where I am. But
Well, it's
it's
funny. We just moved about 3 months ago, and before that, my office was in the unfinished part of our basement, and so I would do calls like this sometimes, and you can see the studs in the ceiling and everything, and it's like, where are they hiding you anyway? So, well, my wife leaves me
yeah,
stay in the
I'm
basement. And,
handcuffed. I'm
yeah,
handcuffed. I'm being hostage. They're forcing me to do these interviews.
down in the corner, someone saved me. Yeah.
But that's what's fun about this. You get to see people and who they really are. It's fascinating. I talk to a guy over in the UK on a regular basis, and it comes across like this, crystal clear. It's almost like being there. But I never met him until we went to an event in Cabo San Lucas. And hey, how you doing? He's a lot taller than I thought he was. And
Exactly. Yeah,
but
exactly.
that's what's cool about this, being able to connect. So that's my agenda with the Synergy Cafe is to find people of like mind and then kind of meld our energies together and put it out in social media. And the reality is you never know how somebody's going to find this stuff.
Oh, that's right. Absolutely.
What I
Yeah.
do is
So,
I hashtag things and use keywords, and I'll put Canada in there and I'll put speaking in there and Keynote and all the different words. And when people are typing, they end up finding it. And I don't know how it all works, but it does.
sure. Yeah. No, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
So again, I like to keep these not too long. If you want to kind of sign off and tell us any of the like topics that you speak on and how people can get a hold of you for upcoming conferences and things, and then we'll close it off.
Sure. Yeah. Well, actually, what I'd like to do is just is give a little freebie for people if that's cool with you. So
Perfect.
yeah. So I wrote a book in 2008 called "Live Life from the Heart." So I had a heart transplant, so that's the connection there. And it's all about it's 52 little chapters about how to different life improvement tips, different ways that we can kind of get more out of life and live life with more passion and more purpose. And it's now in ebook form, so I'm just giving it away. So if you go to markblack.ca, you'll see an offer right on the main page, and you can download the entire ebook for free. So markblack.ca, just go check it out, and hope you enjoy the book.
Very cool. So you got the domain Mark Black, huh? Mark
I
Black.
did. I can't get markblack.com. There's some fellow who's got his like family photos up on markblack.com, and I've actually emailed him and said, "Hey, can I have the domain?" And he doesn't want to give it up, so I have to wait for it to expire. But I've got the .ca for now.
But don't you have Mark Black Speaks or
I have
something?
marklikeSpeaks.com,
Oh,
and I've got
cool.
the so that works too. Yeah,
Alrighty, well
they
that's
both
wonderful.
yeah,
I might
cool.
want to connect you with a friend of mine that he got together with his wife. She does pastel painting, and he's got a book called like Journeys to the Heart or something like that. And
Cool.
I've got another friend that does talks on or does meditation, teaches meditation on heart-based meditation. Damon Dickinson, maybe connect with him. And then I
Very
saw someone in Tulum, Mexico, that does retreats, Journey from the Heart. So that might be very cool to blend
cool.
all that
Yeah.
kind of neat stuff together because you never
Yeah.
know.
No,
Right?
that's it. Connections are always good. There's
That's
never
where
a
this
bad to
stuff
meet a
is
new person.
changing. Things are shifting with the world. It's not so much the logical how much money can you make. It's more what can I do to make a change, and you happen to be compensated for it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no
Okay.
question. In both the corporate and association market, I'm finding I'm getting booked more and more by groups that traditionally would have been very sort of logical, right brain kind of folks that I would think, I don't know if they like this message so much, and they love it because they need more of that stuff. We all do.
Absolutely. The world is changing.
Indeed.
Well, Mark, I appreciate you taking the time. If you want to hang on after, we can have a little chat or whatever. But I'm going to sign this off and put a bow on it, as they say. So I
Sure.
appreciate you taking the time this morning from Canada.
Thank you. Talk to
Peace.
you later. Bye.